So Jermaine Burton put out a public statement, so he could clear the record about missing practice yesterday. Obviously, a year ago, things got crazy. He missed practice, ended up being at a casino at one point. It started a whole bunch of buzz and crap, so he just wanted to kind of get out in front of it and just kind of set the record straight, which is good because there's a lot of misinformation out there in the world. So it's good to kind of get the information from the horse's mouth, as it would say. He said several posts and headlines have circulated regarding my absence from on the field yesterday. Unfortunately, some of these reports have omitted important context, leading to false assumptions about my commitment and character. Now, I haven't seen anyone post that he missed because of anything but an injury. I'm sure there are some channels out there who probably did post or headlines posted, "Oh, it's happening again," and kind of like belittled him or try to tear him down. But I will say, based on what I've seen, I haven't seen anyone do that with Jermaine Burton. But I'm sure there's probably something out there that I've missed. To be clear, my absence was due to injury, not any other reason. Any suggestion otherwise is simply untrue. I take my role with the Bengals and my preparation for the season seriously, and I am focused on recovering and getting back on the field as soon as possible. I even said it yesterday, it's sad but true at this point. Hearing that he got injured, obviously, when a player injured and, it sucks that he got injured, but that kind of was like a sigh of relief for a lot of people, where it's like, okay, there's a legitimate reason. There's 100% reasonable reason he's not at training camp. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing idiotic. It's nothing stupid. This is just a legitimate, reasonable thing. And for a lot of people, it was kind of like a sigh of relief, which, again, you never want someone to get injured, but at the same time, sometimes you're just like, well, at least it wasn't worse than that. He says, I appreciate those in the media who report responsibly and truthfully. That's me, Mario. I don't know. For those who do not understand that missing headlines, your clickbait articles at the expense of my reputation and selective wording have real impacts, not just on me, but on my family, teammates, and fans. Thank you to everyone who has reached out with support. I'll be back out there soon and look forward to continue to work hard for the team and our fans. Yeah, this was altogether a perfect post. I would say lawyers speak a little bit maybe, but I don't think so. I think this was from the heart. I'm going to go on a limb here. He just said, unless you see something concrete. But, I'll be going on a limb, and I think this wasn't his lawyer putting this out. I think this was legitimately him putting this out. And I think he articulated very well these words. Across the board, because of his history and his past, he has opened himself up to these clickbait articles, these clickbait videos, these clickbait stuff. And while I agree with him, it's not right, but it is the nature of the beast. And, businesses out there and companies out there are going to do it. They're going to take advantage of any chance they can when it comes to, hey, he missed practice. All right, now let's make up 6,000 different things, about this guy. Let's make up this whole entire lie about this guy. But at the same time, again, I love Jermaine Burton here, but he kind of put himself in that situation. Now, obviously, he's trying to get better. He's trying to fix his situation from the past, and I respect that greatly, and I've been his biggest fan this offseason and talked very highly about the guy because I love it. I think everyone loves it. Everyone loves a redemption arc, and that's exactly what he's in. He's done everything this offseason so far to play at a high level and do everything he's supposed to do. That's why yesterday when I heard he was injured, I didn't really bat an eye, because at the end of the day, he's injured. Okay, with how his track record is this offseason, hearing that he's injured doesn't make me think twice. It makes me go, okay, he's injured. Now, last offseason, if someone would have said, oh yeah, he's injured, and he missed practice with an undisclosed injury, I might start thinking twice. I might start thinking, okay, what's the real reason? We're going to get the real reason here. But no, he obviously, this offseason, has a great track record of, hey, I'm being responsible. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. And I'm, doing what's best for me and the team. And it's very commendable. And again, it is what it is at the end of the day. You're always going to get caught by clickbaity articles, clickbaity videos. That's why I try my best on this channel to always, even if I have to go overboard with my videos, I will make sure I try to never have clickbait in my videos. My titles, my thumbnails, I sometimes make like crappy thumbnails or crappy titles because I just don't want to even risk someone clicking on a video and not seeing what I'm talking about in the video. So, but that's not always the case with every other company out there. There's a lot of fake news in the world. There's a lot of fake information. There's a lot of, hey, just put out this article. And as Jermaine says, he's not wrong. They don't care about destroying someone's life or career or anything. All they care about is making money. And if they make money, who cares about anything else? It's a sad, business process, but we see it all the time. I mean, we see it now to a point where you turn on ESPN, you turn on these big, NFL news stations, you'll see clickbait stuff. You'll see boo stuff, right? You'll see this kind of stuff happen all the time because it is what it is. There used to be, back in the day, you used to have a motto that said sex sells. Sells. Okay, let me try it again. Sex sells, right? So you would have all these like publications using women to try to, sell products and stuff like that. Well, nowadays, it seems like misinformation sells. That's the biggest thing. It's not about, it's not about what is truth. It's about what can you put out there that sounds convincing, and what story can you tell some people or tell many people that sounds like a correct thing and changes their opinion, and what can you say that they're going to go ahead now and spread that lie to other people, right? That's all it is nowadays. This fake news crap is so annoying because you can't even trust the news anymore. So I agree with our boy here, Jermaine Burton, but it is kind of is the nature of the beast. Again, it used to be sex sells, where you would always have everything be sexualize everything when it comes to media, when it comes to business. Nowadays, it's more or less this crap, which it is what it is. You have to be very careful when on the internet, on reading stuff and seeing what is true and what is not. Now with AI, I mean, that's another story above itself. Guys, I feel like I'm an old man going on a rant. Sonny, you see what happens here is a fake news. Okay, I feel like an old man now. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Shout out to Jermaine Burton. I think this was a very good, quick, out there statement that solved a lot of people from making fake stuff about the guy. And again, he's on a redemption arc, and there's always going to be demons trying to take him back down. Peace out.